You know what animals aren't appreciated enough? Ants.
Ants?
Ants, dude.
You
They're
know
the
why?
strongest animal for their body size.
They're a menace. That's why.
Nah, dude, they could lift you. Enough ants could lift you and carry you anywhere.
Let me ask you this one question. I will pose this question to you.
Go.
If you woke up with a colony of ants on you, how do you respond?
I wouldn't be chill about it.
You would not.
No, that's okay. Yeah, if I asked you the same question, if you woke up and there was a room full of popcorn on you, you would also be a little bit hot. You'd wake up like, what the hell happened?
That's false. I would be very suspect.
What if it was buttery ass movie theater popcorn?
Oh,
you know that stuff's sticky. It's getting on your sheets.
But you know I'm gonna start eating. You know I'm gonna start to eat. I'm good. I love popcorn. Popcorn for days. I'm happy somebody delivered this treasure chest to me and just popped it into my room freshly. Hopefully. That's
ludicrous.
Look, if we're stale, I'd be a little bit more disappointed. If we're fresh,
and the smell of burnt popcorn.
Burnt popcorn, that's different. You didn't even post that.
No, because now they're all burnt pieces. No, I just threw it. Now I just changed it again. Burnt
you can't do that. No, that's not fair. I am unpleasant about waking up to a room full of burnt popcorn, but not as unpleasant if I woke up to being covered in ants.
Is it fire ants?
Doesn't matter. Black ants.
What are we talking about?
Are they stinging me? Are they biting me? Or are they just carrying me?
They're just crawling.
That's less gross. That's less bad.
So you're still not grossed out by the fact that you have ants cold?
No. I saw this TikTok, Jake, and then I'll let you go, I promise. I saw this TikTok, and this guy, it was just like, tickle her face with a feather while she's sleeping, and if she doesn't move, that means she has roaches. Because she's not used, or she's unfazed by things.
Wait, like
gently crawling across her face.
All right.
Roaches in the house or roaches in her house?
Excuse me? Do you know what a joke?
You know what I'm asking.
All right. So welcome to... No, I can't. No, I can't.
No.
Just being like, all right, hold on. Whoa,
dude! And then the guy from what you have to ask yourself, like, did I go home with the bad guy from Men in Black,
or am I tweaking?
Like he's just like shooting bugs out of everywhere?
No, not out of everywhere. Just out of one spot.
Dude, could you? That guy was okay. Sorry, Jake. Go ahead. But he was a bad villain. Like that.
Yeah.
Sucks. Cockroach man.
Yeah, that's gross.
Gross. He could have taken over a lot of stuff.
Yeah, dude, like a lot of nightclubs for sure and restaurants.
Yeah, he could have shut down the whole food industry.
Whole strip. All of Manhattan be closed down pretty much.
And welcome to episode 32 of the Family Pieces Pod. My name is Jake.
I'm Dallas.
My name is Ben.
And if you're watching on YouTube, you can tell I am lagging like crazy. So we're going to jump right into it. So yesterday was the All-Star game, and previously the Home Run Derby. So this question was posed to us about what's our dream Home Run Derby. So we picked 8 names total between us, the 4 of us, including Dan. And what I'm going to do, so what I'm going to do is make the graphic for our Home Run Derby like live on the YouTube video. So I'll take my video off and
yeah, so he took his video off and then we can't hear him anymore.
Also the microphone. But that's okay, because I think Ben and I were just talking about cockroaches. Welcome back to the conversation. Oh,
you can't hear me?
No.
When you kick yourself off like that, we cannot hear you.
All right,
so if you wanted to do that, one of us could always host, or you can just have the conversation and build the.
Can't just
no, just fine. I'm just gonna be lagging. It's okay. All right, so our 8 players are Barry Bonds, and we're having him face off against Giancarlo Stanton. Then we have Albert Pujols versus David Big Papi Ortiz. Ken Griffey Jr. versus Josh Hamilton. Mark McGwire versus Alex Rodriguez. So I just randomized these. There's no point to them. I just randomized them.
Are you
So,
I was like, Dallas has to battle both of his guys against each
both
other.
of my guys are going against each other. That's just how it goes, huh?
That was not on purpose. I swear. All right, so I'm not changing it. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. All right, so our first matchup is Barry Bonds versus Giancarlo Stanton. What do you guys think about that matchup?
Bonds 100% go.
So I guess okay. So we also were doing the Dream Stadiums. Where is this one taking place? Because it matters. Like if we're doing Wrigley on a summer day like mine, bam, the wind's blowing out. Either one's got power. But I'm taking Stanton because I think Stanton is a little bit better shape and can hit for longer. I think he has more stamina.
Then the steroid king?
Yeah.
So Jake, you're not lagging at all. I have a question.
Because if we're going by steroid guy's gonna win, then he's gonna win the whole goddamn thing.
Look, here's the real question: are we taking Barry Bonds today, pulled from his living room couch, or is this Barry Bonds at his height?
If this is like 2000
peak,
2000 Barry Bonds when they went to the World Series.
Wow.
2002 Barry Bonds when he set every record.
Might be a little tough.
So
it's not tough. Barry Bonds wins.
So again, it's three of us, so we'll have to vote on that if there's a split. So Dallas and I agree that it's Bonds. I do agree with you, Ben, that it does depend on the venue. Like my choice was Fenway. Stanton would win in Fenway, probably, because whatever. But gotta go with Barry Bonds, at least to get out the first round. That's all. So we'll move on. But we're just picking Barry Bonds. I'm sorry, Ben.
It's fine.
I'm not sorry.
All right, so let's move on to Dallas's least favorite choice right now: Albert Pujols versus David Ortiz.
Hey, Dal, real quick before you jump in, look at me.
Dallas, why don't you start off?
Just spit in your face.
Who you got?
No, I'll just let you guys go. We already know who I'm going with.
So again, it depends on what stadium we're playing at. Hypothetical, whatever that matters. You have another lefty-righty matchup like the last one.
Do you think a right field, like a short right field porch, would put Poppy? Really, like, do you think? Like, I guess my question is, if you're like, all right, if you are like me, you already know who you're going to say is going to win. So do you think the right field porch being 10 feet shorter is really going to change the answer?
It matters. It helps. Do you not?
It's not. It's you're all right. Between these two, you guys think it's going to come down to one home run or two or 10?
Again, I think it depends. Depends on where they're playing, man.
All right, let's not. All right.
So
we're just saying neutral field, no fence, and they're just banging them.
How about this? The All-Star game is in Dodger Stadium. It's pretty even all the way across. Let's just say that. No, this is the field. It's even all the way across.
Isaac Walton, Welsh Field.
Yeah.
Boom.
Jordan with the monster.
200 dead even center feet.
All right. So, point being is that Dodger Stadium is even all the way around. Pretty much, it's good for everyone. So let's go with that. So, Pujols or Ortiz?
I'm still going Albert, man.
Yeah,
I'm also going Albert. Yeah.
All right, let's just go Albert because I don't think that's. Really
I really thought you guys were going to go with Poppy, man. I really did. I thought y'all were going to go Poppy.
I mean, it depends. It depends on where they're playing, but since whatever, it's fine.
Depends on the dew point, the humidity level.
Oh my gosh.
Dew or no dew? Carlos Liston's going to come out there and beat you in the.
All right. All right. Next one. All right. So we got Griffey versus Josh Hamilton. I'll just start off.
The ghost of dinner's past, huh?
Josh Hamilton had like 2 or 3 good years.
Yes.
It's Ken Griffey Jr.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay, but again, are we doing? Is it a home run derby that we're doing, or are we projecting their careers out?
No, we're doing home run derby.
Right. So Josh Hamilton had the single best home run derby that any of these guys have ever had. He hit 1 million home runs. If we're picking that guy on that night in that stadium, just hitting 35 fucking home runs one after each other, he might win the whole thing. That's what I'm saying. He was so coked up, ready to rock and roll, man. He was ready. He was not messing up. But Griffey was my pick, so I can't. I'm biased, but I would also take Griffey.
So Griffey. All right. Yeah. So Griffey, even with all that fight, Ben Sell going Griffey.
But to be fair to Hams, yeah, like he had some great shows for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you can go back and watch that hitting display in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah,
dude, it was one of the coolest things to watch live. Like I remember, I try to watch the home run derby every year because normally me and the guys from Normal we bet on the derby. We each take 2 guys, put in $20. You can win $60 over the course of one night. Why not? And so I made a habit of watching it. But I remember when the Hamilton one happened, it was one of the coolest spectacles like ever, dude.
And the story helps too. I mean, it makes
sure.
Palpable.
And then Justin Morneau was like, "I'm still gonna win. I want you guys to remember that I won that home run derby." But nobody cares.
Right.
All right. So let's move on to Mark McGwire versus Erod. What do you guys think?
It's Alex Rodriguez, and it's easily. I mean,
Dal.
Ben, dude.
A-Rod is like maybe one of the best pure 100 like pure baseball players ever.
Let's go. I'm gonna go with Mac Daddy.
That's so dumb.
So offended. It's as if Ben's first name is actually Alex.
Dude, he's my cousin.
Ben,
and at this point, the only one that I recognize.
Ben, I'm sorry.
Big Mac got hurt 3 times in the time that we've had this conversation.
Sending him home. We sending him home.
Mark McGwire is moving on.
Sucks. He's not here to talk about the past.
He's not. Yeah. He's here to talk about the present, which
my gosh,
made him pass Alex Rodriguez.
Dude, he looks like a deflated Irish cop.
He does, actually. If we could Photoshop the Cards hat and put a patrolman's hat on there, I think Drew might mistake him as one of his colleagues.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so let's move on to the semifinals. Barry Bonds versus Pujols. Who do you got?
Probably Barry Bonds.
I mean, since apparently we're only going for steroid McRoyd heads. Even though A-Rod failed 4 times, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It would be Bonds. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the most prestigious home run hitter.
Right. We really should have excluded this motherfucker.
Jake and I were talking before we started recording about how none of us put Ruth or Aaron on there. He was like, and I think Pujols is a lot like this in the same way, in that he's also a high contact guy. So he just happened to be like a doubles hitter.
Yeah,
who hit for power. You know what I mean? Like he was more of a hitter first, who hit for power second.
And really, Bonds might have stayed the same way if he didn't start juicing.
Yeah, true.
I mean, his batting averages were still pretty good because they were walking him so much.
Well, towards the end.
He just wasn't getting the at-bats.
All right, so what do you guys think? All right, so
it's Ken fucking Griffey Jr. It's Ken Griffey Jr. Go back and watch the home run derby in Baltimore when he's out there banging it off that warehouse in right field. Go back and watch that.
You're getting muted. Des, what do you think?
You know what? We're going back to 98 when a certain individual beat another certain individual for the home run title. We're going with the Mac. Let's go.
You know who was number 3 that year? Ken Griffey Jr.
Number 3 was Ken Griffey Jr. Yeah. You know who's number 2?
Yeah.
Not on the list.
He's not even there. So what are we doing? What are we even talking about?
It's not even there.
All right. So
man,
we're going with Griffey.
At least somebody that didn't use steroids.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
One guy.
We should have put Danimal up there, honestly, for an honorary mention.
So, by the way, Jake, while you guys are getting that last one set up, so he sent me. He was mistaken. I texted him and I was like, "Hey, give me your 2 guys that you would pick to do a home run derby, right?" And he sent me 8 people. And I'm going to tell you the 8 people that he named, okay? 1 was Stanton, so he had that. 2 was Josh Hamilton, he had that.
Nice.
And then no one else was on the list, okay? Number 3. No, I'm going to here. So it was Stanton, Hamilton, Mickey Mantle, Frank Thomas.
Okay, I can
fine.
see.
Those are fine names, okay?
Sure.
The next 4 people aren't real. So we have Hamilton Porter.
Who?
Yeah, Ham Porter from The Sandlot, the catcher.
Pablo.
We have Roy Hobbs from The Natural. We have Pablo Sanchez from Backyard Baseball.
Yep.
And we have Jack Parkman from Major League 2.
No. All right. Dan, I'm sorry. No.
I think the sun over there is getting to him. And we should probably call the medic.
All right, so let's talk about 2 guys who are actually in the finals, Bonds and Griffey. Ben, why don't you start us off? Who you got?
Realistically, dude, you can't go wrong either one. I would pay good money I would pay upwards of $5 extra to go into the park early to watch them take batting practice.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It'd be cool,
Ben,
man.
why don't you pick one?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Griffey though. Griffey. I mean, he was my guy. I've been riding with him. He was my pick. So.
Yes. What you think?
Realistically, I'd have to go back. I would like to see Griffey win. I'd love to see anybody else on this list win because I loathe Barry Bonds for what he did to baseball. I'd have to go with Bonds winning this though.
So it comes down to me.
It sure does. And somebody text him. Get him on the line. Let's go.
No. Not right now. Later, we'll see what he has to say. So, I'm going to have to go with Griffey.
Wow.
Consistent. From beginning to end of his career. Consistent.
Really? You're going to talk about the end of his career?
I know. And he got injured.
Watt ton, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I still would have to say Griffey would take it.
I'm not mad about it. I'm just surprised. I'm not mad. I'm happy to see him win.
You know what? He didn't take steroids and he won our home run derby. All right, so
yeah. There you go.
Good for him. All right, so that is all we're gonna do for this week's episode. So thank you guys for watching or listening. If you guys are listening, go watch on YouTube. I actually made a terrible graphic that will be up online for you guys to see.
That's great.
So for the On a Family Based podcast, again, my name is Jake.
Dallas.
And I am Ben.
And thank you guys. Subscribe, listen, or watch, whatever you want. Just make sure you hit the subscribe and notifications so you guys can stay up to date on what we're doing. So thank you guys. We'll see you guys next week, or you'll hear us next week, whichever one you want. And there's Ben's creepy ass face. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.